Hello Aquarius, and welcome to your July 2020 forecast reading. For those of you who don't know who I am Intuitive Rene, and I am here to bring you guidance, to bring you inspiration, bring you motivation, and to bring you hope. And I do that through these videos once a month, which are done for each sign of the zodiac. It's looking at the month ahead to see what kind of energies you can expect, what kind of energies you'll be dealing with, and how best to navigate those. I also do tarot scopes on a Monday, which are very similar to this, except it's short, sweet, and to the point. And then once a week, I do pick a card to give you some guidance and some answers to questions that you may be battling with in life. And all of this is done for free. It's all offered to you for free of charge. There's no worries about charging or costs or anything like that. The only thing I ask from you is, if you do enjoy the content, is to give it a thumbs up, and a comment below would be absolutely awesome to hear from you. So that is really what all of this is. So what we're doing now in this particular video is we're looking ahead into the month of July 2020, and it's for all Aquarians out there. So if you have Aquarian Sun, Aquarian Moon, Aquarian Rising, or if you are just Aquarius interested, this is a video for you. Whoever you are, whyever you found it, however you found it, if you're watching it, let there be a message of some kind of guidance, hope, and inspiration for you. So the way that we do this is I have a whole bunch of tarot and oracle decks on the table here in front of me that I'm going to use to do this. We're going to start off with the amazing wisdom of the oracle card, which is going to give us our overview for the month of July, to give you the overall energy that you can expect during the month of July. We're then going to use a tarot deck, and the deck I'm using today is the Centennial Tarot, which will give us the detail for the month of July of what you can expect, what Aquarius can expect. And then we're going to finish off with a card from the Animal Kingdom Oracle to see which spirit animal is going to be working with you and helping you on the journey of July. So obviously July is a long month. I've got a whole lot of days in it. So what I've decided to do for this month, because I change it up all the time, but what I'm doing this month is I've broken the month up into 3 sections. So we're looking at the 1st to the 10th of July first. We then do the 11th to the 20th, and then we do the 21st to the 31st. So we've got 3 sections, and we'll use tarot for that to really dive deep into those 3 sections, or those 3 parts of the month, to see exactly what kind of energy you're working with, what kind of energy you're dealing with, and how best to handle it. So let's get straight into it. Aquarius, let's see what we have. So we're starting off with the wisdom of the oracle deck, and I'm just going to shuffle. And while I'm shuffling, we're asking that the cards that we draw today be exactly the cards that all Aquarius need. And anybody who's watching this right now, sorry for the jumper, I'm just a bad shuffler. We're asking that the cards that we draw today be exactly the cards that you need, the cards of inspiration, cards of guidance, the cards that let you know what's coming up for you for the month of July and how best to handle it, so that we can have the best life ever, so that we can achieve everything that we need to without complication, without pain, without suffering, without anything. So what is our theme for July for all Aquarians? Our theme for July 2020. Let's see what we get. So I just want to draw one card from here. So Aquarians, you have got co-create. So it's saying to you that your theme for the month of July is going to be co-creation. And co-create means working with, living with, dealing with, co-creating with somebody who is different from you, but who has maybe the same final destination in mind as you. And if we look at this particular card, I mean, we have got this gorgeous wild animal with this gorgeous wild animal. And together, I mean, ordinarily, they can't even speak the same language. Ordinarily, they are like chalk and cheese, different, but they are going to come together for the same cause. They're going to come together for the same objective. And they may use each other's strengths to assist and to achieve everything that they need to. How awesome is that? So Aquarius, your theme for July is going to be recognizing that you yourself are not enough. You need the help and the guidance of somebody else. There is somebody else, and probably it's going to be the person you least expect, who's going to help you and guide you on your journey to achieve the things that you want to achieve for yourself, and the things that you deserve to achieve for yourself, the things that you want to achieve for yourself, which I think is quite awesome, actually. All right, I'm going to leave that card on the table here in front of me. And I can see it, and I will be reminding you of it throughout the whole session. But now I'm picking up tarot, and this is the Centennial Tarot, and we're shuffling and we're asking now. Remember, we're only dealing with the first 10 days of the month. We're going to deal with each section separately. Okay, so now we're looking at the 1st to the 10th of July for all Aquarians out there. What do we need to know? What's going to happen during those first 10 days? How are we going to be co-creating? What do we need to know in order to co-create whatever it is that we need to co-create? Who are we working with? How are we working with them? What do we need to know? What do we need to be aware of? And what is significant and important right now? Okay, I have shuffled enough. We're going to draw 2 cards. So the first one I'm taking is there. And then we're going to take this one over here. Let's see what we've got. So Aquarius, the first card we have for you is the 6 of Cups. And the 6 of Cups is the card of reminiscence. It's the card of looking back at the past. It's the card of looking back to see how things used to be, comparing the past with the present, okay? So it's about learning from the past, recognizing the lessons that were there and adjusting the present situation to make the most of it. So it's about, and it's also sometimes about somebody from your past coming back in and making a reappearance. So maybe that's where this co-creation is coming from. Maybe you're going to be working with somebody from a long time ago. Somebody from your past is going to be making an appearance, or it's about pondering and thinking. But let's see what the second card is. So the second card we have is the Knight of Wands. So that's telling you work-wise. And if you look at him, he means business, this guy. Okay, you can see the speed at which his horse is racing. And you can see that he is dressed, ready, and eager to get busy, to get involved. So Aquarius, from the 1st to the 10th of July, these 2 cards are basically saying to you, you are going to be faced with a situation from your past that you are going to have to act on, that you're going to have to react to, and you're going to have to do it quite quickly. So you may find that the first 10 days in July are whirlwind. You may find that the first 10 days of July that there's a lot of stuff from the past coming up that you're going to have to deal with. You may need to call on somebody to help you to create a solution to this particular challenge that is being laid out for you. Okay, so this is definitely pondering the past, or somebody from your past coming back. Swift action needed to take control of it. Swift action needed to change the energy of it into something more suitable, something better. Don't ignore it. No ostrich mentality here. No sticking your head in the sand. Okay, no pretending that it's not there, pretending that it's not real. You have to face it. Whatever it is that's coming up for you, you have to deal with it. You have to face it. Act on it as quickly as you possibly can. And if you need to get somebody else in to help you do that, absolutely do so. But it is important that you create solutions. It is important that you work on this and find the answers that you are looking for. That's the first 10 days. Okay, so that is the 1st to the 10th of July. We're now going to go on to the 11th to the 20th of July. All right, so I'm picking up the tarot deck again. And we're shuffling. So we're looking at the 11th to the 20th of July. For all Aquarians out there, what's going to happen? What do we need to know about? What do we need to be aware of? What do we need to deal with? How do we need to respond? And all the details necessary for that. Because we want happiness, we want joy, and we want success. Let's see what we get. So taking that card over there. And that card over there. Right. So Aquarius. First card we have for that second section of the month, the 11th to the 20th of July, you've got the King of Wands. So the King of Wands, he's very much in control. He knows exactly what he's doing. He knows exactly who's doing what, when, and how. Okay, he sits on his throne, and yes, he barks out the orders and he makes sure that everybody's busy, but he knows exactly what everybody's up to. He is willing and able to help if needs be. He doesn't have to, though, okay, because he's the king. But if he absolutely needed to get his hands dirty and get involved, he could, but he's not going to because he doesn't need to. And connected to that is the Two of Swords. So the Two of Swords, you can see she's blindfolded. You can see she's got defenses up with her arms crossed. She's armed. I mean, look at the size of her swords. She's really armed, so she could do some damage, but she doesn't know what's coming at her, okay? She doesn't know what's coming at her. She doesn't know if it's friend or foe. So Aquarius, looking at these, remembering our theme is co-creation. Our theme is teaming up with somebody unexpected, somebody unknown to achieve positive outcomes. And the first 10 days of the month, we had us something from the past coming back and us needing to react quite quickly to it. And I think looking at these two, you reacted quite well, okay? You got in control of that particular situation really, really easily, really comfortably. You didn't necessarily get your hands dirty, but you got involved and you sorted it out. But you're now thinking to yourself, what just happened, okay? The Two of Swords are saying to you that you don't really know, is it friend or is it foe? You don't really know who's coming at you. You don't really know what you're dealing with. But you're dealing because that's what the king is telling you, okay? So Aquarius, in that second week where we've got the 11th to the 20th of July, you are going to be doing stuff. You might not know what you're doing. You're just going to be putting out fires as they come at you. You're going to be dealing with things as it's thrown at you without actually knowing where it's taking you or where it's heading. And I think this is possibly where this co-creation comes into it, because maybe that is the recipe. Maybe that is exactly what you need to do. Instead of always having the plan, instead of always having that strategy, maybe it's just trusting the universe, because you and the universe are opposite. And it's co-creating with somebody different to you. The universe is sending you these opportunities. You have to just defend. You have to just put out the fires, deal with the stuff as it happens, and trust and know that it's going to be okay. All right. I like that. I like that interpretation. So let's have a look at the last 10 days of the month. So Aquarius, we're now looking at the 21st to the 31st of July. So what is the next step? What is the next step in your adventure? What do you need to know? What do you need to be mindful of? And how is it all going to play out? How is it all going to unfold in front of you? What do you need to know and what do you need to be aware of? Whoopsie. Okay, let's draw some cards. So we're going to take one there and we're going to carry on and take that one over there. Right. So Aquarius, the first card we have. So this is now, as I said to you, it's the 21st to the 31st of July. You've got the Page of Wands. So the Page of Wands, he's feeling very dapper. He's feeling very confident in himself and confident in his abilities. He trusts and believes in whatever it is that he needs to do. Okay, he's not relying on anybody, but he's so fresh. He's so brand new. He's so innocently naive that he doesn't really know exactly what he's got himself into, okay, which is quite interesting. I mean, you can see he's proudly looking at his stuff. He knows the potential of what it can do. He knows exactly what it's capable of and what he's capable of. He has no fear, all right? He has full trust and belief in his staff and in his surroundings and in his learning, and he's ready to dive into battle. He's ready to do whatever. He knows exactly what he has, okay, and he's leaning on his strength. And isn't that just such an opposite mix as well? You know, they are co-creating together beautifully. So here we have this fair maiden who has the internal power, the internal strength to control and to calm and to tame the lion. So Aquarius, this is you from the 21st to the 31st of July. You need to know exactly what you're capable of. Know exactly who you are. Know exactly your strengths and your weaknesses. Have confidence. Be brave. Be courageous. But be gentle as well. Gentle with yourself, gentle with your circumstances, and gentle with everything that's going on around you. Recognize, again, I'm going to bring co-create into it. You can't do it completely on your own. You need the resources, the help and the guidance of others to achieve everything that you need to. These two here are telling me that you are a little bit naive. You don't necessarily know exactly what you've got yourself into, okay? And that's Page of Wands energy. Page of Wands energy is saying that you know what it is. You've got an understanding, but there are some gaps in your lessons. There are some gaps in your learning. And you need the help of somebody else to fill those gaps so that you can, so that you can achieve everything that you need to achieve. And you will, absolutely. So Aquarius, looks like you are in for a fabulous month. It looks like there's going to be a lot of change, a lot of stuff happening, but you've got this, okay? It's not going to overwhelm you. It's not going to make you feel like you're a complete failure and you can't actually do it. You're going to actually figure this out quite well, and you're going to do incredibly, incredibly well. So recognize situation from your past, somebody from your past coming back into the space, something that you need to be aware of and that you need to ponder, that you will need to respond to quite quickly. So don't dilly-daddle. When this comes up, respond as quickly as you possibly can to prevent it getting out of control, out of hand, okay? You need to recognize the power and the strength that you have. Recognize that your methods, your actions, and your instructions, that's the word I was looking for, that you carry out, that you initiate, and that you get other people to carry out as you co-create with them, that it'll bring you the success that you're looking for. You just need to keep going, keep being defensive, keep knocking off any foe that comes near you. Just be mindful that you are knocking foes only and not just your friends as well. You also need to understand that as much as you are brave and as much as you are courageous and as much as you are confident in your own self, that, you are still quite naive and you don't have as much experience as you need to. But your inner strength, your inner courage and inner conviction and the help and the guidance of others will certainly get you through as you co-create with a completely unexpected source to achieve everything that you need to achieve. I love that, Aquarius. I really do. I think that is absolutely fabulous. So we now pick up the Animal Kingdom Oracle cards. And what we're looking for here is we're looking to see which spirit animal is working with Aquarius during July 2020 to help Aquarius achieve everything that you need to achieve all the goals, to achieve all the outcomes, and to do it with the right integrity and to do it with the right mindset and the right intentions. Right, which spirit animal is working with you and what message do they have for Aquarius in July 2020? Oh my gosh, I'm such a bad shuffler. You have no idea. Okay, let's grab a card. Taking that one in the middle. So Aquarius, you have got the ladybug, and the message at the bottom, it says it's a favorable time. So ladybug energy is going to be working with you throughout the whole month. And every time you see ladybug, every time ladybug shows themselves to you, just know that you're on the right track, you're heading in the right direction, and you're doing well. Ladybug energy is telling you that there will be a favorable time, and you are working on everything absolutely beautifully. So co-create with the ladybug and have an awesome, awesome July. So Aquarius, that is your July 2020 forecast. I do hope that there was some guidance, hope, and inspiration in there for you, and it's given you the tools that you need to deal with stuff as it comes up for you. Okay? If you enjoyed the content of this video, please can I have a thumbs up, and I would love to hear from you in the comments below. And if you did watch last month's one and you've got some feedback for me, I'd love to hear it there as well. That would be absolutely awesome. Remember, on Monday we do taroscopes, which are for the week ahead, and it's per zodiac, and it's less than 60 seconds, so it's short, sweet, and to the point. And Fridays is pick a card for guidance and inspiration. And until we meet again, from my heart to yours, you take care.